Vancouver police say they've recommended charges against the 4 people arrested at yesterday's Cannabis Day event.
What I'm asking you, why does the government not open this?
There was a confrontation at the Pro-Marijuana Canada Day event at the Art Gallery. Organizers were not happy to see the police presence as they started setting up their tables. Eventually, a man was taken into custody, and police say they gave repeated warnings and made the arrest when he sold marijuana to a minor. Other activists then stepped in and they too were arrested. Vancouver police have recommended charges of trafficking against 1 man and charges of obstructing a police officer against the 3 others. All 4 have been released on a promise to appear as Crown determines how to proceed. The province's privacy commissioner doesn't believe the government violated its duty to inform the public before the disastrous Mount Poly mine breach. Elizabeth Denham found the province knew about 2 incidents prior to the breach, one involving a tension crack and another regarding rising water levels. Denham said neither was urgent enough to warn the public about. Last summer, a breach caused 24 million cubic meters of silt and water to spill into nearby lakes and rivers. The commissioner has recommended the government provide the public with more information about possible risks rather than wait for emergency situations. A decision on whether to reopen the mine is expected later this month. Well, he came to Canada from the Netherlands as a child, saw Terry Fox on TV, and he was inspired. Years later, when Michael Van Beek was diagnosed with a rare autoimmune disease, he decided to follow Terry Fox's footprints on his bicycle. The CBC's Jeff Harrington met him in Coquitlam as his journey came to an end.
A familiar routine for Michael Van Beek. Finally, after months on the go, he can finally rest. Van Beek is still sore from his journey across Canada.
The scary part was having ID, follow your dream.
He set out on a grueling cross-Canada mission to cycle 8,000 kilometers. The journey started in St. John's in April and drawing his inspiration from Terry Fox, who he watched as a 13-year-old boy visiting Canada. Now, 35 years later, he's retracing Fox's steps, even sleeping in some of the same motels.
Exactly the same room that Terry Fox slept in 35 years ago. Yeah, and that got me there, yeah. I cried.
Like Fox, Van Beek has his challenges.
For 2 years ago, I thought I was dying.
His illness.
Suddenly the vision lost the vision in my eyes.
It's called sarcoidosis, a rare autoimmune disease. It means there are often unexpected infections in organs and tissues in his body. Just another hurdle in what was already an ambitious trek.
Oh, in the beginning I have a lot of doubts.
At 48, Van Beek has poured a lot into this. Even with his sponsors helping in some way, mostly through equipment, Van Beek has contributed $15,000 of his own money to make this happen.
Well, I have some so beautiful things on my way.
But for all the good, there was bad. Alone, and most times in remote locations, with no one at his side.
Just one bad mistake can get you really in trouble.
And there were parts of the journey that were just too risky. Van Beek had to cut his journey in half, traveling about 4,000 kilometers, even hopping in a car from Calgary to make his final push to BC to be at Terry Fox's grave on the anniversary of his death. Now, Van Beek's wife and 2 teen boys will join him.
I can relax now, yeah, for sure.
He'll spend the next month exploring BC and Alberta. All of it a rewarding reminder Van Beek won't let his disease control his life.
I can be one of the few with this disease, sarcoidosis, who can do this.
Jeff Harrington, CBC News, Vancouver.
Stay tuned. Vancouver's Vashik Papasil